Good morning, Jen. I recorded like a 60-minute long video, and by recorded I mean my phone definitely ran out of storage space about halfway through. So I'm gonna give you Cliff's Notes version of my garden updates because there's a lot. Okay, the tomatoes are doing really well, even the ones that I started. Some of them have a hard time dealing with the humidity and the dew in the mornings, but they're all fine, and I'm super excited about it. Except for the black beauties, we pulled them out because they stopped growing. So we replaced them with dragon tongue beans, and we're doing a test to see if we actually need to soak the beans overnight or not, because I found a lot of sources that say you don't have to. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. We also planted zucchini, like green zucchini, in that same spot of the beds. And then we took out the butternut squash that stopped growing. It was very dead. Not because it's too hot. I'll cover why I think that happened in just a second. But we replaced it with like yellow crookneck squash, basically. The soybeans are doing great. We have some of the plants already flowering, which is so cool because I've never seen a soybean flower before. They're like little itty bitty white flowers. They're so pretty. Cucumbers, the salad cucumbers, we pulled out 2 that had died and 1 is flourishing. We replanted the 2 that passed. So they're like they're a pet or a person or something. What's wrong with me? Anyway, we pulled out the 2 that were dead and replanted them. They already seem to be doing a lot better. I culled down our spaghetti squash. We had replaced the one that had gotten killed by the frost. And then all of those plants sprung up really well, and they're actually flourishing even better than the ones that were planted in there originally. We have peppers. We have actual peppers in our garden now growing. I'm so excited. And then we have real tomatoes too. I think I said that. But we got to harvest our first thing. I'm sorry I didn't get it on video for you, but we got to harvest our very first radish. It was just like a little red radish, like the kind that you get in the store. But the wasabi radishes from Baker Creek are also almost ready to harvest. I'm super excited because I love quick pickled radishes. It's one of my favorite things to snack on, which is good because I've been trying to have healthier snacks. The potatoes are doing great. You cannot see them back there, but they're doing amazing. They are tall and beautiful, and we planted the red potatoes too. They had just started to sprout, and then we're waiting for the gold potatoes to finish sprouting. I think they're just having trouble like doing that in our pantry. Okay, here's what I think happened. I'm going very fast because my phone is like literally almost completely full and I'm running out of things that I can delete without backing them up, so sorry. Okay, what I think happened in our garden and why we had so many struggles is when we got the dirt, we ordered it from a like landscaping supply company, which I think is what you did too, but we got a compost mix so that it's like actually good for gardening instead of just being, you know, fill dirt with a bunch of like rocks and crap in it, which is what our backyard is, and it sucks. Anyway, so we got this dirt from this landscaping supply company, and Phil and I both remember saying when we were hauling it to the backyard in the wheelbarrows or whatever, like shoveling it in, we both remember saying, wow, this feels really hot. I don't think it was done maturing. I think that the compost that we put in our beds wasn't ready to plant in yet. So everything that we direct sowed out here basically got burnt up. You can see it like in the purple bush beans where some of the original leaves fell off. Like they came up really fast, but then the leaves burnt off even though they're a hot weather crop and they have enough shade to like not have that damage happen from the sun. And I think it happened with some of our soybeans, and I think it happened with a lot of our squashes and some of our other like cucumbers and stuff too. So I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or if I'm just like looking for an excuse for why some of my garden didn't work out, but it seems really feasible because I've seen a couple of other videos from different like homesteaders where that happened to them because they ran out and they had to get new compost that wasn't done maturing, and some of their like beds that they planted last year that they filled last didn't do as well as the other ones. So let me know if that makes sense. Like if that sounds reasonable. I think it's pretty reasonable, but I'm not sure. So definitely open to like feedback and perspective. Anyway, I want to show you the coolest thing that has happened in the garden before my poor phone runs out of storage space. Okay, I don't even know what to do about that. Like, what? Do people just get another phone? Is this why like Michael Scott has 2 phones for all his pictures of his kids? I don't know. Anyway, that's an old reference, but it checks out. Okay, so these are our wonder pole beans. Look at this baby. It is trellising all on its own. I'm so happy. It's so cool to see beans try to trellis because they basically like they're like little helicopters trying to find a thing to go up, which is actually happening over here. This plant is in front, and I didn't plan this out very well. So the plant is in front of where I had to cut the trellis so that I can access the tomatoes that are behind them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like tie it to a different part of the trellis. But anyway, it's doing its best to like find where it's supposed to grab onto. And I think I'm just gonna snake it, boop, right there. Okay, so now it has something to grow onto, so I think it'll actually start trellising. But Jen, I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to have fresh green beans, and then I can make pickled green beans. Phil is obsessed with pickled green beans. I made them last year, and he talks about them like regularly. I'm just excited. I love cooking and like canning and stuff because I feel like it's my love language to do these things for people and like give them nourishing, healthy food that I spend time like making and now growing, which is, oh boy, so exciting. That radish that we harvested, Alex, bless this little boy, he tried it. It was really spicy, Jen. It was like the spiciest, pepperiest radish I have ever tasted, and I think it's because I picked it like in the afternoon when it was really hot outside. But he put it in his mouth. He put this little slice in his mouth and he goes, "Oh, it's really good." And then he looked super confused and he like pulled it out of his mouth. And then I said, "Oh, you don't like it?" And he was like, "Wait, I don't know. Let me try again." And then he put it back in his mouth and like suffered through eating it. Oh, I love him. He's so wholesome. Anyway, I'm sorry for the really fast updates. I will deal with my phone storage situation. I think that's everything. Oh, Alex's flowers are all doing really well. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Sorry for the like weird pace of this video. Bye. Bye.